car with legendary UK activist, Mr. Peter Tatchell. Mr. Tatchell, welcome to Montreal.
It's great to be here.
How did you get involved? I would like to ask you, first of all, how you got involved with the gay pride movement all those years ago.
Well, I was born in Melbourne, Australia in 1952. I realized I was gay when I was 17 in 1969, just after the Stonewall riots in New York. And I decided that I wanted to do something to help make life better for LGBTI people in Australia and around the world.
And it's been a hell of a journey. Along the way, you've done some pretty amazing things. I'd like to talk to you about some of those things. For instance, the Stop Murder Music campaign. You've had a lot of death threats over the years. Could you talk to me about how you've had to, what lengths you've had to go to protect yourself?
Because of my very strong stand in defense of LGBT human rights and my broader progressive stand against racism and imperialism, I have been subjected to a lot of death threats and hate mail. I've had over 50 attacks upon my home, including 2 arson attempts, a bullet through the door. I've been physically violently assaulted in the street over 300 times over the last 47 years of my human rights activism. So in Western terms, that's quite tough, but I always say, compared to human rights and LGBTI defenders in Iran, Uganda, Nigeria, I've had it easy.
If I remember well, there was supposed to be a hitman from Jamaica that was supposed to come and kill you, no?
That's right. In the earlier part of the century, I was involved in a campaign to stop murder music. We targeted 8 Jamaican reggae and dancehall singers who put out records that didn't merely express homophobic views, but actually encouraged the murder of LGBTI people. And working with others around the world, we successfully secured the cancellation of many of their concerts, which cost them financially a huge, huge amount of money. And so, according to the Metropolitan Police in London, a hitman was sent to London to kill me. Fortunately, they managed to intercept him, and that plan was frustrated. But for a while, I had to live under armed police protection.
Ironically enough, one of your most notorious foes, Robert Mugabe of Zimbabwe, was not as well protected as you one day when you tried to do a citizen's arrest. Can you talk about how you actually got into his limousine?
Well, together with 3 colleagues from the LGBTI human rights group Outrage, we ambushed President Mugabe's limousine in the street in central London.
What year was this?
October 1999, and sought to arrest him on charges of torture under the UN Convention Against Torture 1984. My 3 colleagues very bravely ran in front of his speeding limousine. It screeched to a halt about 6 inches from their legs. Then one of them ran behind the car, so it couldn't move forward and couldn't move backwards. I ran from the side and opened the rear door. Amazingly, it was unlocked, and there in the back seat was President Robert Mugabe. You should have seen the look on his face. His eyes popped and his jaw dropped. I mean, he held up his hands and, shrunk back in his seat. Looked like a frightened 10-year-old boy. He's very dark-skinned, but you could see a visible ashen pallor come across his face. I think he thought he was going to be killed, to which I thought, now he knows what his victims feel like, and we aren't going to kill him, we're going to take him to a court of law with every chance to defend himself. In the end, we summoned the police, they arrested us, and they gave President Mugabe a police escort to go Christmas shopping at Harrods.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tatchell, speaking with us here in Montreal.